got a little Stratusfaction.
Hey, this is the Pink Square Circle. How you guys doing? We got another good one. We're going to talk about when one era meets another. In the video, this will be about when Trish returned against the Queen. Trish Stratus in her first return match against Charlotte Flair. So Stratusfaction versus the Queen. Now, we know that Trish Stratus, has a very well accomplished career at this point. She's a legend. But this will be a match against Charlotte versus Trish Stratus. It was crazy. This is at SummerSlam 2019. Now, this all started, with Charlotte being displeased about not being on the whole SummerSlam card. She said that she felt that despite not being on the card, that she would be at SummerSlam regardless of that. So she felt that way with the whole event. And this was backstage at an episode of SmackDown. So when she felt that way, she was going to show up regardless. Now, the thing about it is, there was rumors buzzing that Trish would return. She would come back to WWE, and she would even have a match again. But the thing about it is, Charlotte, she said that she would be a part of SummerSlam to prove that she was the greatest female superstar of all time. Then the next week here on an episode of Jerry Lawler's King Court, Trish made a return and she was a guest. But when she made a guest, Charlotte Flair interrupted her and she said that, she was making insults about Trish and everything. But Charlotte would challenge Trish to a match at SummerSlam. Then after the continued disrespect from Charlotte to Trish had enough. And we finally got our match of Charlotte versus Trish at SummerSlam. Now, this won't be just any old match. We want to just get Charlotte versus Trish. This will be the first singles match for Trish since Unforgiven 2006. If you guys remember that video, remember I covered that where Trish will go against Lita for the Women's Championship, of course, and this will be in Toronto. So you guys check that video out when it was talking about the inner rivalry, Trish versus Lita at Unforgiven. But nonetheless, this will be our first match back. And Trish is real hyped about it. And of course, SummerSlam was in Toronto, her hometown. Now, these two, they will have a good, it was a very good setup between these two. We know that both of these women, had good accomplished career at this point. Charlotte was coming up, and Trish, who already been a legend at this point, it was very, very well matched up. I mean, if you guys remember, this match was very good height-wise for the women's division. They even did a comparison of Trish versus Trish versus Charlotte. Remember, this was a tale of tape. Remember, they went off the height, they went off the hometown, then the accomplishments, the accolades, and the finisher. So they really was trying to hype this match up. They really did a good thing for that. Nonetheless, once the match started, it was on between these two. These two was going at it back and forth. This is a very good one. There was times where Charlotte got an advantage of Trish. She had threw out the ring, telling her, "Come on, baby, come on," all that stuff. She was it was very technical, but Trish, she was coming back. She had hit the Stratusfaction, she had hit the chick kick, she had hit everything. These two was not playing around with each other. It was a good back and forth between these two. Trish, she wanted to prove that she had her legendary name and that she still had it. Even the crowd had told her, "You still got it, you still got it." Very good segments at the point. So since these two was going at it, Charlotte even looked distraught at some points where we thought that, man, Trish, she still got it. Maybe she can't beat her. But Charlotte, being a hero character, she still had her arrogance and everything. She still had that going on of sort, and still letting people know that she's still the queen, and even the announcer was still giving her that as well. So they were still hyping her up very, very well in that match. So I got to give credit to both of them, Trish and Charlotte Flair. These two was not they wanted to put on a good show, and I have to say this was actually an underrated match. This one get talked about enough, and these were some very good spots in this matchup between Trish and Charlotte Flair. Very good spots. I mean, I remember another good part in the matchup when they had where, remember, Charlotte was going to do a power bomb on Trish. And Trish countered it with her Karana off the top rope. That was amazing, very amazing. But once these two women stood face to face, it was no backing down from each other. I love how these two matched up with each other. I love how they was not, no one was going to go down for anybody. So there was a very good matchup between these two, and much respect to both of them, like I said before. But there was some near falls. There was near falls when Trish hit this her Karana. You got close three. Even when she hit the chick kick and the Stratusfaction, she got near fall. Charlotte was just toying with Trish, but when she got serious, she tried the big boot. Trish reversed that, and they even Charlotte reversed Stratusfaction at one point. So that was very good spots. It was one point we thought Trish was going to win the match.
How about a little Stratus action?
And when she hit that, it was a very close three. Charlotte kicked out. And if you guys remember, also there was even one point in the match. Not only was near falls, it was even points in the match where we really thought that it was going to be. We thought that Trish had it in the bag. We thought she had it in the bag because the reason I say we thought Trish had in the bag. Now Trish, she hit the Stratusfaction, the chick kick and everything. But one thing she did also try to do in this match that was very impressive, that even looked very like close to she was gonna get the win. She hit her own version of the figure four leg lock, turned into the 8-figure leg lock, doing Charlotte Flair's own move and almost got it. But Charlotte got to Trish's leg and she was able to get to the rope. However, Charlotte Flair hit the big boot on Trish and she hit her own figure eight leg lock. And we already know when Charlotte hits that in, it's in the bag.
Charlotte Flair bridging into the figure eight. How much can Trish endure? And Trish Stratus.
So with that, she hit that, and the next thing we know, Charlotte Flair is the winner. She wins the match. Charlotte defeats Trish Stratus. And this match is about 16 minutes, 39 seconds. And it was a very, very underrated match. And Charlotte always claims she was greatest woman of all time, but she definitely earned some respect from Trish at that point after that night, and definitely furthering her claim. But it was a very, very good match. And of course, Trish Stratus, she took the loss in very, very professional fashion, and she gave a bow to the crowd, and that was it. She didn't wrestle again till what 2022, and then hopefully with Becky Lynch. But other than that, though, this was a good match, and this is when Trish returned against the Queen. We're talking about one era meets another, the Queen versus Stratusfaction. This was a great rivalry, guys. You guys let me know what you think of this rivalry and Trish Stratus' first singles match back since retiring back in '06. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Soon, two videos of Pink Square Circle will pop up of rivalries, SummerSlam, or Unforgiven, or Monday Night Raw events of women's division wrestlers. And until then, guys, I will see you later.